This is weird. But these are just gonna be my before thoughts for this process because I really don't know what to expect. And there's no one here to share this process with, so it goes to you. Okay, so basically, I have my DCP phone interview today in like 2 hours exactly. Is it 2? Like around 2 to 3 hours away. Which I know it's early to talk. Like, I just feel like I'm gonna start recording and it's gonna they're gonna call right away, and then I'm not gonna have the way to process this. Just bear with me. This is a big thing for me. I've literally been dreaming about doing the college program since I was in middle school. Wanting to work for Disney my whole life. If you know me, you know what Disney means to me, and it's crazy because this is my 4th application, my 4th season applying, and for the past 3 seasons, I was stuck in application received for the whole period. Like my first time applying, I was out in the first wave, which was a tough way to start my journey with the Disney College program. My second time, I think I was in application received and for like 1 or 2 months, and then I got my NLIC. My third application, which was for spring of 2019, I was in application received. I went to the audition, and then I got NLIC'd after the audition. Well, this time, somehow I made it out of application received, and I'm on my phone interview, which is going to be at 4:15, but they can call you 15 minutes prior and 15 minutes after the set time. So yeah, I'm kind of just organizing myself right now, getting myself ready, myself situated, eat. I just ate, so I'm not hungry. Gonna kind of chill out, listen to some Disney music. And then this will happen eventually, and that's crazy. Some before thoughts for me is like, I don't know if I'll upload this anywhere ever, but if I do, that means I got in, which is crazy, so congrats, Annika. You got in, so haha. You did great. Okay, back to your scheduled viewing of the video. Also, I'm so sorry about this filter right now, but I'm vibing. Okay, keep watching. Watch the interview. We got this. You got this. Okay. I mean, this is like a dream for me. And it's crazy. I applied, the Tuesday applications came out, and I got my web-based interview on, I got my web-based interview on the 17th. I applied on the 14th, and I got my invitation for an interview also on the 17th as well. Like immediately after I took my web-based interview. And I was stressed out when I took the web-based interview because like that's a step I've never been at, and I never took the web-based interview before. So this is, I'm ready to talk to someone. I think like I'm not scared to talk to a person. I was more scared of the web-based interview because you don't know what's gonna set the system off rather than like make you move further in the system. So yeah, and the web-based interview, like everything lies on the web-based interview, because if you fail that, you can't apply for another 6 months and you're immediately out. So yeah, so that's kind of how my morning and day have been going so far. I've been kind of reflecting on the past like week and kind of like just helping myself get ready for this like big step. I have my papers, like I'm not scripted. I just have like little post-it notes kind of reminding me like about prior experiences I've had, because I've watched interviews literally since I found out about the program. I've been watching videos about people doing their phone interviews and all that stuff, so I know what to expect, but I know this season the interviews are very safety based from what I've heard from my friends. So I've prepared, like, I'm not prepared, but I wrote down, I organized my thoughts on paper and post-it notes and like made myself cute little notes to help me get through it and like be positive. So yeah, so basically my papers I printed out my application and just printed out the pages I actually needed for the interview, like to reference if I need to reference anything. And I just made like little notes about, because I know they asked about your busiest day at work, so I made a note about a recent experience I had that was really busy at work. And then they also ask about emergencies and what you've done in an emergency situation at work. So I made down 2 notations of 2 different like emergency type situations I've had in my work experience. And then another question I know I always get stumbled on when I do normal interviews is like, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? Or how would your employer describe you in 3 words, or your friends describe you in 3 words. So I jotted down some words that I think represent me very well, and that I feel okay with, and I can back up. And then on my other thing, this is just my roles that I'm interested in, and all that stuff. So I just like highlighted all the information. The post-it notes are just like little cute little notes to myself, so I feel positive about doing it. And then I've also gone ahead and set up a piece of paper, and it just has like the date and then interview, and then I have my questions I want to ask at the end for my interviewer and about the college program. And I have a space at the top for the recruiter's name, and I wrote recruiter's name. So yeah, I'm ready. Still a few hours away, but like I want to be ready ahead of time and not be like scrambling to get ready in the moment in case they call 15 minutes before, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna listen to Disney music, maybe watch a movie, hang out, chill out, get ready. Like I made myself get up and take a shower and like get clothes on and get dressed, make my bed. Yeah, so I'm just gonna chill out until I have my interview later. So yeah, I'll see you at my interview. It should be good. We got this. See you in a bit. Almost go time. Just crazy. I'm so excited if you can't tell. I'm getting the adrenaline rush now, and it feels good. I feel really prepared. I feel confident in myself and with what I'm gonna say. So hopefully it stays like that during the interview. Yeah. Almost there. Hello, this is Annika.
Hi, Annika. This is Margie. DCP College Program. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am good. Thank you. I have an interview scheduled with you at this time. Is this still convenient for you?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, let me walk you through, Annika, exactly what we're going to do. I just need about 20 minutes.
Perfect.
We're going to talk about your interest in the Disney College Program. I do need to get a good understanding of your work experience, and the roles that you're interested in, and then we'll end the interview with any questions that you might have. Okay?
Sounds great.
Okay. So why don't you begin by telling me, how do you think an internship at Disney
I think the internship with Disney would help me with my career goals, because I study communications, and I love just talking to people and getting to know people and knowing where they're from, their stories. And I think Disney, especially because it is something so close to me and is something that generally makes me happy day to day. And just like the magic Disney curates for people, like even when I go to the parks, it's the most magical experience ever, and I want to be able to provide that for someone else. And I just think it would be like the opportunity of a lifetime to be able to create magic on a day-to-day basis for people.
So what skills do you think, Annika, that you will acquire? I know you said you're studying communication.
Mm-hmm.
So what skills do you think that you'll acquire that you'll be able to maybe utilize in your future, career?
I think skills that I would be able to learn while I'm at Disney would be definitely to expand on my like guest like encounters and be able to communicate with others better my communication with other people from like other backgrounds and other countries and just anyone in general. I think it will be a really important thing to be able to experience all that Disney would have to offer for me. And I think I would be able to, sorry, it's just crazy to think about that is a possibility for me. So it's just totally cool.
Oh, good. Well, before we really dive into the interview, I do want to go over really just a few employment guidelines. I need to make sure that you're clear on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, Annika, first of all, have you ever worked for the Disney company before?
I have not.
Okay. Full availability, it is required. So
yes.
You have to be able to work any day, anytime. Can you do that?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that you learned when you were going through the application process that all of our roles in the parks and the resorts do require our cast members to wear costumes and comply with the Disney look, which is our appearance guidelines. Are you familiar with those guidelines?
Yes, I have looked at them.
Okay, great. And you're receptive. Are you receptive to following those?
Yes.
Okay, great. So for costuming purposes, I just have a few questions. Wait, I have that back in here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few questions regarding body modifications, and please know that failure to disclose any modifications, including tattoos, could result in the cancellation of your program if an offer is extended to you.
Mm-hmm.
This includes any modifications that you currently have or that you could get prior to arrival. So, with that said, do you have any tattoos?
I have no tattoos or piercings.
So, I guess maybe tell me about a time, maybe, maybe at the movie theater, maybe when you had to handle a difficult customer situation. How were you able to turn that around?
So one specific encounter I can remember was I was working in our Starbucks section because we had like a little cafe on the side of our concession stand because I was in concessions most of the time when I was at the movie theater. And someone came to see Star Wars. It was when The Force Awakens came out. So it's like big crowded theater. And they came to the Starbucks section and they ordered a drink and I made it for them. They were chatting to me. Seemed like I made their drink perfectly fine. They came to me halfway through the theater complaining about the drink, saying I didn't make it right. So I went ahead and corrected my mistakes. Even though I followed the guidelines for making the drink, I went ahead and gave them a new drink and gave them a card to come back and get a free concession. And I apologized that it wasn't like to their satisfaction, and I would make them a new one if they needed a new one after I made the other one already. That would be one of the experiences I can remember from the movie theater. But we had lots of difficult guests at the movie theater because people would be coming in and out of movies constantly, so moods would change throughout the day. Definitely.
Excellent. So how did you focus on safety, at the movie theater? How did you make sure that everyone was safe when they came in, to kind of visit the theater, or, make sure that, also you were safe and your fellow kind of team members were safe?
Yeah, so safety was a really big key for the movie theater, especially because we were working with like hot oil for the popcorn, and like hot ovens and everything like that. And just to make sure the person like at the door who'd like open, like I did doors sometimes, and it's where you like sit and take the ticket from the person. You'll tell them where the theater is, direct them if they need directions. Make sure they're okay as well. A big thing was like making sure the mats were out if it was rainy, because it gets really rainy by the movie theater, and it's like gets really wet and slippery because it's like tile-y floors in there. Also, we had a few experiences where we would have people come in, and we had to like get the police involved because they were not safe for our guests in the movie theater and the coworkers as well. But I think one of the main like safety components at the movie theater that we like tried to keep the most like standard wise was making sure that everyone was on top of like what they were doing, because if you're behind, like if you're making popcorn and like if it's spitting like oil, that's not safe for you or for the guests around you as well, because it's like only a short like distance away from the faces of the guests and your face yourself. So it's making sure you have the proper protection on when you're making the certain like concessions was definitely a big thing.
Excellent. So now I'm glancing down, your profile, and Annika, it looks like you're interested in both the Walt Disney World and Disneyland College program, and we're going to consider you for both coasts. However, it does look like you're most interested in the Walt Disney World program. That's the one that's in Orlando. First choice of season is the Fall Advantage, May or June through January. Second choice is the Fall program, August through January. Now, you did say that your earliest arrival date would be May 26th.
Yes.
And the latest departure is January 21st. Is that all still correct?
Yes.
Great. Now, we will consider you for all of the roles that you've marked off on your checklist, whether they are a low, a moderate, or a high interest. Now, some of the roles that you marked off do involve handling money, working on a cash register. So I'm assuming, since you worked at the theater, when you worked at Amazon Books, did you work on the register there as well?
Yes, but we were a cashless store since it was an online retailer. So we only took like card payments or like through the app. But at the movie theater, we did take cash, and I worked the register as well.
Excellent. Okay, so it sounds like you wouldn't have any challenges then.
No.
Working with money. Now, I did through January. Second choice is the Fall program, August through January. Now, you did say that your earliest arrival date would be May 26th.
Yes.
And the latest departure is January 21st. Is that all still correct?
Yes.
Great. Now, we will consider you for all of the roles that you've marked off on your checklist, whether they are a low, a moderate, or a high interest. Now, some of the roles that you marked off do involve handling money, working on a cash register. So I'm assuming, since you worked at the theater, when you worked at Amazon Books, did you work on the register there as well?
Yes, but we were a cashless store since it was an online retailer. So we only took like card payments or like through the app. But at the movie theater, we did take cash, and I worked the register as well.
Excellent. Okay, so it sounds like you wouldn't have any challenges then.
No.
Working with money. Now, I do see that you marked. Excellent. Now, I also see that you marked off that you were interested in the attractions role. Now, what interests you most about working with attractions?
I love the attractions of Disney. It's like what makes Disney like so magical for me. Ever since I was little, like just going through the different themes, because I'm used to Disneyland. I've only been to Disney World once. And that's what excites me so much about possibly working there. And I'm going next month as well. But like just walking around like in Disneyland, going to the different attractions. My favorite has always been like Jungle Cruise or like Indiana Jones. We have Indiana Jones here. And just, it really sets the tone for how your day is going to go, I think. If you have someone who is like a cast member who is friendly and welcoming at the attraction.
Excellent. So, let's say that you were working on Space Mountain, a big, dark indoor roller coaster, and a family approached you, and you could tell that they were super excited about riding, but the youngest member of the family wasn't quite tall enough. How would you think of that?
I would apologize to the family and check the map and see what is around in the area and see what rides the child could ride, check his like height and see what other options there are, and possibly help them figure out which thing to go to, find a character maybe he wants to go meet and tell them when they can meet them, and help them get over like the little hump that they can't ride the ride even though they've waited in line this whole time.
Got it. Okay, excellent. Now, I also see that you marked off the quick service food and beverage role. And honestly, that kind of makes sense because I know that you worked at that, the concession stand, at the
Yes.
movie theater. So, working in quick service, it's a fast-paced type of environment. In addition to taking orders and helping guests, you may be helping to prep food. So, do you have experience working with food in like a kitchen environment with kitchen equipment?
At the movie theater, it was more like quick food, like defrost, bake kind of stuff. But I do have experience in a kitchen. I did take a cooking course when I was in high school, and I was food handler certified through that course as well. And that was like a professional kitchen environment, and I really enjoyed it.
Excellent. Now, okay, and then also in this role, you may be, working on an outdoor cart.
Mm-hmm.
So are you confident that you would be able to push or pull or lift heavy items that may be associated with that role?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I also see that you marked off that you were interested, gosh, a lot of great roles. You marked off that you were interested in the merchandise role. Kind of makes sense because of that background as well.
Yes.
Now, also some of the merchandise locations serve food, so just so you're aware, and the merchandise locations also do handle all the stroller and the wheelchair rentals, so you could be working in that area. But let's say that you were working maybe in one of the retail stores, and a guest came in. She was looking for a very specific item.
Mm-hmm.
That item wasn't available. That item wasn't available in the store that you were working in. How do you think you could assist her further?
I'd be able to see what the item was and see if there's any other locations nearby that could possibly have that, and if not, be able to guide her on how to find that item.
So now you also marked off PhotoPass photographer. Tell me about your photography experience.
I've always enjoyed taking pictures, and I've done YouTube in the past, so I'm comfortable with a camera, and I think photography is super cool because you're capturing all the moments someone has, and it's just kind of, and especially with Disney and the PhotoPass, it's the person people will go up to and ask questions if they need help finding something or they want a suggestion on what to do at Disney. But especially creating that magical, you can capture that magical moment for them, which would be super cool.
Excellent, excellent. So most of the roles at Disney are outdoors. That's basically means working, in the heat, in humidity, actually, standing for long periods of time.
Yes.
Are you receptive to that?
Yes.
Okay, final question. Based on the descriptions and the role checklist, are you able to perform the essential functions of the role with or without reasonable accommodation?
Yes.
Great. So what questions can I answer for you?
So I had a few. I was wondering how you started your career with Disney, and what led you into becoming an internship recruiter.
Yeah, good question. I will tell you, my story is a very non-traditional one. I didn't do the college program. I'm one of the few recruiters on our team that didn't do it. Sad to say, but I went to a pretty large university, and I was honestly super oblivious to all the cool stuff that they offered to students. So didn't do the college program. However, when I graduated from college, I lived in the Midwest and had to get out of the Midwest. So I ended up moving down to South Florida so I could be closer to palm trees and sunshine. So I did that. Started my career down in South Florida at a resort. And about 4 years into my career there, I had an opportunity to meet some executives from Disney. They had come down to do just some benchmarking. They wanted to see how we kind of ran our luxury resort. And I spoke to them, about how we did what we did, and they talked to me about opportunities at Disney. So, gosh, about 3 or 4 months later, I was hired in as a guest service manager at the Grand Floridian. So that was 23 years ago. Yeah, about 23 and a half years ago. So I know, kind of crazy. I don't sound that old, but I am. So, but I've worked for Disney for a long time. I've worked in resorts. I managed in a few different resorts. Then I moved into industrial engineering. Spent some time there. Loved it. Then I moved into training and development. And then for the last 13 years, I've been in casting and college recruiting.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Cool. And then I kind of have a fun question as well. I was wondering what your favorite attraction is and why.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I've never really considered myself a roller coaster person, but I'm a roller coaster person. So I absolutely love Rock and Roller Coaster at the studios. That's probably my favorite at this point. Just because, you know, of course I do love Galaxy's Edge, and you know, I do love, you know, everything in Animal Kingdom as well. But right now, I think my tried and true is definitely, I've always been an Aerosmith fan myself. So I think Rock and Roller Coaster is probably my favorite.
I think that's the one thing I didn't ride when I went when I was younger, but I'm going next month, so maybe I'll have to ride Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, you do. It's really great. I mean, you'll want to definitely check out Galaxy's Edge, you know, in the studios, because that's the whole Star Wars thing. And then, of course, you know, all the cool stuff that's in Animal Kingdom. But, you know, definitely, you know, Rock and Roller Coaster, and, of course, Hollywood Tower of Terror is fantastic, too. So, but anyways, well, Annika, let me tell you really, you know, what's going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
We are making really our hiring decisions continuously over the course of our season. However, it may take up until the end of April to hear back. So we really just encourage you to keep an eye on your dashboard, because that's where we're going to send all of your communication and your dashboards located on the Disney Career Portal. And please know that we are not going to update your dashboard until we've made really a hiring decision. And then in the event that you are extended an offer, we'll give you 7 days from the time of your offer to accept and pay your fees in full. And then we'll also give you all of the information that you'll need on how to accept or decline, when to arrive, the role that you'll have, the classes that will be available, as well as any contact information if you have to get a hold of us at that point. Okay?
Okay, sounds great.
All right. Well, Annika, that's all I have. So thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll be in touch real soon. Okay?
Thank you so much. You too.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh. I was not expecting some of those questions, dude. I'm just emotional now. That was a lot. I worked so hard for this. I just hope it works out. Well, that was my interview. And I'll check back in with you if anything happens past this. So, yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Hi, YouTube. Okay. This probably looks like it's just a continuation of the last video because I'm literally wearing the same shirt. Hey, but this is just super comfy. So, hello. This is actually like a whole week or two later now, but I'm like editing this video right now and I'm getting emotional. But that's because I got in. like it's crazy. I haven't really sat down and filmed anything yet since I've gotten into the program. And it's just crazy to realize like I'm moving to Florida in like 3 months in May.
to do the Disney College program for about 8 months. So, yeah, so stay tuned for Disney content. I am going to Florida, as you heard in my interview, at the end of the month for Playlist Live, but I'm going to Disney 2 of the days I'm there. So you'll see some Disney content then, and I'm going to meet my Disney College program friends who I've been talking to since I started applying back in 2018. So it's going to be real. And then I move in May, and then I will talk about the Disney College program as much as I can and keep up Disney content, because I've always dreamed of my channel becoming a Disney channel one day, like, to be honest. So it's gonna happen. Sorry to the people who just like watching normal videos. I mean, I never made normal videos to start with, so, but yeah. So I did get accepted for the Disney College program, and I'll make a video about it soon, hopefully, about the whole process. That's what you're watching. But yeah. But I kind of just want to reflect on everything that I've changed in my applications over the 2 years I've been applying, and finally being able to move in the process. And the first time moving in the process, I'm accepted. So that's pretty cool. I got accepted in the first official wave, because they do a test wave, and then they do like, and that's mainly like alumni that only get accepted in the test wave. And then they do like the first big wave, and I was accepted in the first big wave on the 27th. It's currently the 3rd of February, so it's been like a whole week since I got accepted, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, but that's just me now. Hello, hi. That's my life now. I'm moving to Disney, so yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Enjoy the video. Yeah, Annika from the future out. Also, the Annika was very emotional. That was me, like, during the whole process. Like, every time I've applied, I get really emotional. When I found out I got accepted, I was on FaceTime with my sister, and I thought I read something wrong. Like, I was, like, freaking out. I'm like, wait, I'm looking at the wrong email. I didn't get accepted, but I was accepted. So I didn't take a video or anything, me finding out. But I have screenshots that my sister took while we were on FaceTime, but they're not cute, so don't be looking for those anytime soon. They're pretty emotional in the moment pictures. They're just screenshots. So yeah, that's really it. We got in, we're doing it. Yeah. Jade chilling in Cedar Rapids, you know the vibes. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.